Good morning, gamers. Welcome back. I'm back. I'm back. Apologize. It's just been, I don't know. As some of you know, I've been having some issues with depression lately. Just and just not wanting to do anything. But I have to go over and do this. I'm going to catch you up on our last two games and tell you something that was kind of cool that happened today. So first things first, I am the AMDM Lee. This is my cup of coffee, and I'm not really sure what you're watching anymore. All right. So, real quick, the last we talked about was the library spider. So, we went on from there. We went and we took like a week off, 2 weeks off. I'm not sure how long it's been in between games because my games aren't as weekly as they used to be. So, we did the spider, and we went on to another rousing round of adventures. We decided to go look for these missing gnomes in a mine. This was a typical mine that mined copper, coal, just a mine. It was a huge underground mine. Of course, it's an underground mine. There's not any above ground mines. So we were off to do this. We gathered some information about where they were at. We'd gotten a map to show what leg of the tunnel they were in and where most of the disappearances happened. And we're going through all this, and so the one game it was just gathering all this information, and then we find this wall of stone that throbbed, that felt spongy, fleshy like. Push up against it, and your hands would just fold into your hands. So we tried all these different things and finally started having to cut through it. It was like cutting through Jello. It was just mass upon mass of this thing, and we cut a little tunnel in it. Just kept cutting into it until we finally got into this area that had large let down areas going down this huge dropping tunnel. The smell, there was moisture in the air, and everything was spongy except for these white intrusions that were sticking out of the wall as we were going down. Come to find out, the rope I had picked up a rope from a wizard from one magic shop, and the person didn't know what it was. They just knew it was magic. Come to find out, it was you could snap the end of it like a whip, and it would freeze into place like an immovable rod. And then you whip it again, and you could loosen it up. So this made climbing down extremely easy. So we go down. We reach this huge cavernous area. Well, not huge, but a fairly large cavernous area. And we see this worm-like creature coming at us. Through the entire process of doing this, I've been taking small pebbles and casting light on them. As you know, as a support character, that's what I'm doing. We get down in there and we start. So we lit up. It was just this long worm-like creature that was coming at us to eat us. We're like, okay, this is what's been eating the gnomes. So we proceeded to do what all adventurers do when they're faced with something. We researched it. We studied it. We didn't. We attacked it. Without provocation. And the battle commenced. Oh, off we go. I have now got being a third level artificer, I chose the artillerist, and being a support character, combat medic-ish, I went with the protectorate on the firearm, on the eldritch cannon. So now, bonus round, I'm adding temporary hit points. So we've got temporary hit points on top of our regular hit points, and we just start going at it. The fighter engages. The fighter gets hit. The fighter gets crit. Well, the fighter gets hit with something. The fighter gets knocked down to like 12 hit points. And then the fighter got critted on. The fighter's down making death saves. Fighter was 2 points away from losing completely. Completely losing the fighter. So the cleric goes running up and debates whether to heal the fighter or to do severe massive damage to this creature. She decides to inflict wounds. This hurts this creature badly. But on the creature's turn, me and the ally and the sorcerer of the Phoenix, we're in the back. We're ranged characters. We're not up close to punchy. We're in the back. We're bang, bang. We're back. We're ranged. So the creature hits the cleric. Crits on the cleric. The cleric goes down. My ally, decide to head forward. I've got cure spells on me, and I've got my thing so I can cure them, and then there's a bonus action, add another hit points to them. The first round I get up, I don't make it close enough to use my spells because I have to. I think it's Healing Touch is the only one I had it at the time. Or no, I had burned a spell slot for something else for an attack, and then you was saving the other one. Either way, I didn't have enough. I didn't have the spell I needed to heal them for one round. So it turns its views onto us and starts making its attacks, so to speak, which it fails. And then on my next turn, I go forth. They both make saving throws. The cleric and the wizard make their saving throws. Now, mind you, we ended one game session right before we started fighting this worm thing. So the next game session, we started fighting this worm thing. So I go in for my last assault attack. I reach into my thing. I have nothing I can heal them with right away. I pull out this potion, which was called... It was... Nope, it's not on that page. It's not on that page. It was a potion of Storm's Vengeance. Go look up that spell. It's nasty. Well, in the process of me going up there, that was part of the original plan. I was actually going to try to throw it in the thing's mouth. But she crit on me. She crit on ally. I think she ended up rolling 4 critical attacks in the game. So my job, what our ally was doing, he was going to grab the cleric and the fighter, pull them as close together because the cleric was a halfling, so he was going to grab her and then shield them. with his body while he smashed the potion. So in the process, he grabs the cleric, and then he gets struck falling on top of the fighter. So he has fallen on top of the cleric and the fighter. And being that he is as large as he is and as damaged as they are, they each took some damage, which caused them to lose a saving throw. And I've shielded their body. So, but in the process, I released the potion. Now, I didn't really read how powerful and the size of this potion. Granted, I think, the wizard, the sorcerer was still up, but I didn't read the size of this compared to the size of the room we were in. So, needless to say, as the potion went off and did something like 6d10 damage on the first round, it lasts up to 10 rounds, and it lasts 10 rounds, doing different damage each round. So, the unconscious players couldn't make their saving throws. I couldn't make my saving throw. Well, I had been defunctified. I was dead. I was, no, do not pass go, do not be resurrected. I was dead. So now the two people that I was trying to protect, they died. And the ensuing storm with the help of her, I think the DM's last crit, killed the sorcerer. Luckily, on the second round, the storm did kill the monster. So I succeeded in my mission. Apparently my mission was to do a TPK on the entire party. Level 3 TPK. And I have to say, this, I believe, was the first TPK I've ever experienced as a player. So needless to say, my Warforged combat medic ally, ALLI, or say A11I, is no more. Nor is Sonya, the fighter, Deanna, the cleric, or Klaus, the Phoenix-born sorcerer. May they rest in pieces, because that's all that was left of them as the storm progressed. So the entire party was TPK'd. Next week we have a whole new adventure. And I'm playing, we're starting off at 3rd level. My wife's still going to run a little bit more to give me a little bit more time off. Because I'm developing, I gotta build my story. Or at least my bullet points. For the return of the BridgeWater Knights, which will be soon. And yeah, but my new character is a level 2 druid and a level 1 warlock. And a drunkard. And just a nasty individual. I like some of the abilities of both. I wish I could have gotten, if I could have just gotten the packed boon, that would have been perfect. But I couldn't get the packed boon yet. So we're going to see how it goes. I don't know when he levels up if I'm going to go level 4 or level 3 druid or... And he's Circle of the Moon. So we're going to see how that goes. But that's all I got for now, guys. Oh, the other thing I thought was really cool, I almost forgot to tell you, is I had to go get a tire repaired. Had to get a new tire for my vehicle. And if you've seen my vehicle, you'll see on the side of it, I have a blue Ford Flex. A blue Flex. And I've got an emblem on the side that says TARDIS Chameleon Edition. Looks like a typical car emblem. And then around my license plate, it says "Don't blink." I have Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum emblem hanging from my rearview mirror. I have a wizard hat, my wizard hat, sitting on the dashboard. I have some more nerd stickers on there. My keychain, which I gave them when they were doing the tire, has a D20 on it. So I get back in the vehicle after they did everything, and sitting over there on my console is a little piece of paper from their little checklist thing. It's folded over, and on the side of it, it says "Roll for Initiative," and then it has a picture of a Dalek on it. And I was like, "This is so cool!" So a nerd did my tire. So thank you. Shout out to Bell Tires. They're not sponsoring this, but if they were, they would have paid for that. Anyway, so thank you. That's all I've got for now, guys. Remember, if you like these videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else would like them, click on the share. Every like's an inspiration, every share's an advantage, and every subscription is an experience point. Help me gain 300 experience points so I can get to second level. And as always, the AMDM does hereby authorize you, the viewer, to gain 10 experience points for every video that you share. Just tell your DM the AMDM said so. And that, my friends, is all I have for now. So go forth and roll some dice.